What's up, everybody? Nick Brengle here, and today we're talking about the Blackmagic Pocket. The Blackmagic. Start over. What's up, everybody? Nick Brengle here, and today we're talking about the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K full frame open gate. Hope everybody's doing well, and if you haven't watched my videos in a while, maybe you're not really subscribed, so consider doing that. Check out some other videos. But today, I'm excited to go further and deeper into this full frame Blackmagic camera. And yeah, so basically I set up a test I have three lenses that I can use, right? I have the Sigma 24-70 f2.8, which is an L mount lens, which is designed for a camera like this that is L mount. And then I also bought the adapter for FD to L mount, so I can use my 24mm and 50mm vintage Canon lenses. So that's what we're going to be seeing today. Three different lighting setups. So I'll kind of briefly talk about those, I guess maybe now instead of as we go, or maybe So the first lighting setup that you're going to see is actually going to be what we're using right now. So I have a duvet cover, like a white sheet, and it's just, I mean, it's very much like jerry-rigged onto this backdrop. And then I'm blasting the Godox UL150 at 100% through this sheet. And it's like, I don't know, like a foot or two away from me here. I have a pavo tube just out of frame here that's kind of giving me a little bit of backfill, a little hair light maybe, and then of course some practicals and whatnot. But that's what this shot is that we're on, and that's what the first series of test shots that you're about to see with my beautiful wife. And we'll move through the Sigma lens at 35mm, 50mm, and 70mm, and then the vintage lenses from there. And I'll have all the details somewhere on here so you'll know all the settings and everything that we're doing. Some of the things that won't be on the screen is that, yes, everything that you're watching is shot in open gate at the full resolution of this sensor that is possible. And I'll be rendering this video out in the highest possible quality that but that I'm exporting out, which will be 422 HQ. So, and then the full aspect ratio of this open gate, like 6,000 something by 4,000 something. So yeah, I don't, all the color grading obviously will be Dehancer film emulation. That goes without saying. So yeah, enjoy this first round of tests, and then I'll cut back to me, and then we'll set up the next one. So yeah, okay. Now these next two shots move back towards my normal setup for videos like this or doing interviews. I don't set up a big sheet if I'm on location somewhere, because probably doesn't look so good with the client. But anyway, that doesn't matter, because at home we can do whatever we want. We can experiment and get this nice big diffusion, and it looks obviously really nice and complementary to, showing a lot of skin. Not that I'm showing a lot of skin. This next shot is with the aperture lantern and no extra diffusion, so just the standard what is on the lantern. And yeah, so that, and then still the pavo tubes and the practical lights. So yeah, that's what you're about to see. And finally, we have probably my most typical normal setup for videos like this, or if I'm going to do an on-location interview, anything, especially in a smaller space, we'll be using the Aperture Mini Dome, and then it's got the what is it called, the honeycomb grid within it. It has the double diffusion inside of that, and then I also use, I've talked about this before, I use this fabric that is typically made for blinds, and I've kind of fashioned it so I can Velcro it to the front over that honeycomb grid. So I'm getting like triple diffusion, so then I can blast that light at 70, 80, 100% and still really get a soft look, and also shoot, you know, a little more wide open if I can in a controlled environment like this. So So a few notes to mention. One is it's exciting for me to be able to shoot full frame again with my FD lenses, because for many years, I've had these lenses for a long time, and I use them very sparingly with the Pocket 6K only because it's a Super 35 sensor. So you put on that 50mm lens, and obviously, I mean, the camera right now, let's say, is like a couple feet from me. If I had that 50mm on, it'd have to be like on the other side of the room. And then you're talking about a really soft focus pull or focus throw on that lens when it comes to that distance, and then with the adapter. But since I'm shooting on full frame and that it's an L mount, so the sensor is a lot closer to the back of the lens, I think it's obvious how different it looks. I may, if I still have my pocket camera, I may do a comparison of the FD lenses just to show you, but I don't know if it's super necessary. A few other things is just how large of a format it kind of appears to be, because, you know, we're in this same room that we've been in for years, right? And if you've followed the channel and you've watched this exact talking head shot, it's clearly this is a big difference, because I'm able to now kind of scale out some of these items, you know, my microphones and the different lights, and I can you know, just have a kind of a bigger set instead of being confined and a little tighter, because that was just the limitations of Super 35 in a room like this. But now I can, you know, I can be really close and shoot really wide. I can be far away and, you know, come in pretty tight and get a really great depth and separation. We're not doing that today, but at least with this shot we're not, but some of the other shots we did. So yeah, I don't, if things you want to see, I have found that this particular camera has been documented well on YouTube, but in very specific ways. There's not a ton of content out there that is just showing you kind of the bare bones, straight up, like here's a look with a person, with some simple lighting setups that any of us can really do. I'll be doing a bunch of real world stuff as well. I have some plans this coming weeks or so to go out and shoot a bunch of stuff. But yeah, and I have, again, let's not take away from a bunch of the incredible creators and filmmakers out there, because I've watched some really great stuff out there. Probably one of my favorite is Of Two Lands. He's just, his stuff is incredible, and what, just the world he has access to where he lives is just incredible. I mean, he has just beautiful, beautiful images, and he knows how to capture what he wants. So shout out to Of Two Lands. If you haven't pulled the trigger on a camera like this, go watch some of his content and you'll just be like, what the you'll be blown away. And then let's not forget Dehancer film emulation. So all of the color that you are seeing, everything is starting out BRAW flat with nothing, and I am doing literally all of my color grading within DaVinci Resolve using Dehancer film emulation. And yeah, I do not believe, Joel could tell me wrong, but phantom LUTs are not available for the full frame 6K yet. I don't know. I should probably reach out to him and find that out. But anyway, so for the time being, I'm using the built-in system that Dehancer has, and it is just incredible. If you decide to purchase Dehancer, use the link down below. Helps me out. I get a percentage of that, and it supports this channel. So yeah, I'll stop talking. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, consider doing that. Go watch some of my other videos. Hit the like button. Drop a question down below, a comment, a concern, anything at all. Where the hell have you been? You've only been posting these weird podcasts and whatever you want to say. It's to each your own. Maybe I'll get a sponsor from Killer Acid, because I really love these t-shirts. Maybe you've heard of them. I don't know. Okay, that's it.